Whew. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. But my neighbors have been burning something for the last 5 days. So every time I step out of my house, my entire backyard is full of smoke. And I don't know if they're burning like tax documents or maybe getting rid of some sort of evidence. I don't know. But I don't know. Weird. I just smell like smoke. But that's not important. We are going to do chest and side delts. Had a solid lunch earlier, a couple hours ago. Pretty darn hydrated. And I even took a little nap, like a 45-minute nap. I'll pay the price for that later, because I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. But I will have a better lift today, so I think that makes it about even. But these last 2 chest days that I've had have not been that good. And I'm not trying to speak any negative energy into existence, but just stating the facts. And the consistent factor between these 2 chest days that I've had is that I didn't warm up as long as I should have. And I've been doing the same movements. So I think today I'm either going to start with a Smith machine incline press or a hammer strength machine press. But that will be determined after a extensive warm-up. Make sure I get all the blood pumping, make sure everything feels good, and I think we're in store for a pretty good chest day today compared to the last 2. It's about 3:22 on a Thursday afternoon. So I'm not sure how busy the gym's going to be, but if it was empty like it was yesterday, then expect some good little clips. But if it's jam-packed full of people, I don't really want to do that. I don't want to make anybody uncomfortable or give anybody the wrong idea. I think that's one of the bigger problems I have with like recording in the gym, is that I don't want people to get the idea that I think that I'm like something. Like, and this isn't like a self-deprecating type of thing, but I think people that record themselves kind of give off the aura that they are like superior. I don't know. That's just kind of the feeling that I get from a lot of these like wannabe influencers. And I guess I'm kind of in that camp because I record these videos, but I don't really care about that. I'm just doing it because it's fun. I don't really have a lot of people to talk to about like lifting content specifically. So this is a really nice medium for me to just kind of get my thoughts out there. If I get a couple viewers along the way, that's pretty freaking cool. But I really don't care that much. It really is just a fun thing for me. And then like recording in the gym, I don't really care to do it. It's kind of a pain in the butt to set up and everything, and I kind of feel a little self-conscious about it. But I think it's also nice to kind of see how my form is while I'm lifting. And it's just kind of cool to see what I look like while I'm lifting. I never really, I have the mirrors, but I'm not going to stare at myself the entire time. So it's just kind of a cool perspective for me. I really wish this gym had like a proper pec fly machine. I would love that. It just, the ones that they have just don't feel good. They're like really old. They hate like the way that you have to attach yourself onto the pec deck makes it so that you have to bend your elbows, and you're pretty much touching your elbows together like in front of you. And I get no contraction, like no chest contraction out of that. It just like kind of pulls my shoulder blades apart. Doesn't feel good. So probably do some sort of pec fly. And I don't know. We'll free ball it. We'll see what happens. But I will potentially see you guys in there. I know it's been a running thing on this brief series on if my backup cam is going to work or if it's not going to work. And I think it's finally died. It has not worked all day today, and normally it's kind of like a 50-50 thing. So, man, I didn't realize how reliant I was on having a rear, like, backup cam. Like, I have a screen under where my, like, camera is. And I just kind of, like, look at it, and it's all good. So, trying to remember the old school way of using my mirrors, it hasn't exactly been a problem, but it is a lot more stressful when you're in a crowded gym parking lot with a lot of suicidal pedestrians who don't, like, you know, proceed with caution. And also, my, like, suspension is really squeaky today. To be honest, I fear the worst. I don't want to buy a new car because I'm really cheap. The plan is to drive my car until it's dead. And God, I hope that doesn't come soon. But that's not the important thing. We're rambling about nonsense. Chess today. My ancestors have smiled upon me because this was a phenomenal chess day. I got a insanely good pump. I wasn't able to record a lot in the gym just because of how crowded it was. But I had a substantially longer warm-up. Just on the cables, warming up rear delts, chest, triceps, everything that kind of comes into play with pressing movement. So I warmed up there for a little bit and then moved on to the machine incline press. So threw on one plate, felt really good. Threw on 2 plates, felt really good. And then I threw on another quarter on top of that. There's a lot of construction going along here. And so I got a recording of one of those sets, but I ended up doing 3 sets of that. And then moved on. There's this like Nautilus flat bench. It's like a cape or a stack loaded bench press. I'm not much for like a flat bench movement, but for the sake of doing something different, I decided to give it a shot, and it felt really good. This doesn't mean I'm going to be doing any flat bench movements like regularly, but I think the variety really helped just with the stretch. So I did 2 sets of that, and it felt incredible. And I probably could have just called the workout there, but I really wanted to include some sort of fly movement. So I did 2 sets of cable flies, felt incredible, and I called it there. And then for side delts, I recorded like 1 set of that, but I did like 7 sets of just a variety of lateral raises. I'm a big fan of that seated lateral raise. Just feels really good. It's very stable. I feel like when you're doing like any type of dumbbell or cable lateral raise, there's a lot of like stabilization going on with your core and your traps and everything that come into play, as opposed to this machine where you're kind of like locked in, and you can really just isolate your side delts. So I did like probably 4 sets of the machine lateral raise, and then 3 sets of cable lateral raise, just again for the sake of variety. I could have sat there and done all of them on the machine and I would have gotten just as good a pump, but I like to change it up. I don't like to do the same thing for a while. Well, sometimes I do, but today I just wanted to change it up a bit. And then after that, I ran into my boy who gave me that motivational speech yesterday. So once again, shout out to him. Chit-chatted with him for a little while. Showered up, and now we are on the way home. Fighting against 5:30 traffic. I do need to go to the store and get some more grilled chicken just for the work weekend. I've got enough for tomorrow, but nothing outside of that, and I won't have time to go to the store after work, just because I'm kind of pressed for time. But we'll see. We will figure it out. But gonna go home. I think I'm probably gonna dig into that ice cream that I prepped earlier today. Somebody's car broke down. But go home, dig into that, play some Apex for a little while, and then go to the store. So we have back tomorrow technically back in rear delts, but it's just a matter of if I have enough time to do rear delts or not. But we'll see. Another early morning lift tomorrow, followed by another beautiful day of making our shareholders some money. So I will see you guys for that tomorrow.